Hey, so this has been probably one of the hardest weeks for me and Nathan, but probably more specifically me. People don't know what to say or what to do. And so it just kind of stinks because, in our heads or in my head, I have an idea of what the ideal person would say or what the ideal person would do, and there is no ideal person out there. And so it's super, super frustrating and stressful. We talked to somebody last week, and I think that, one of the things that really struck me was that she said, right now in your lives, you guys have zero tolerance for anything. So when somebody complains about having the worst day ever, or that their kid was up all night crying, like, we would take that in a heartbeat, Like, our worst day ever was not just one day, but 2 days. And the days just don't seem to get better. They get different. They're not, it's not like they get progressively better. They just get different. And I guess that tolerance level just changes. And, when we were talking, one of the things that was suggested to us that tolerance level takes a long time to change. So it might take a couple years for us to readjust to what that new level would be, which is hard because I genuinely like people. I like being around my family and my friends, and it's really hard to do so right now. Two of my closest friends, I love them so dearly, had their babies this year, have children, and I so desperately want to be around everybody, but it's so hard. I want to see the people that I love and the little ones that I love, but it's really super hard to be around little ones and celebrate all the cool things, like something as simple as going pumpkin picking, because it just feels unfair. Like, I want to do that with my babies, and I can't yet, so it just sucks. And it doesn't mean that I love anybody any less. It's just, it takes time to want to do the things that, we've been so used to doing. So, and I think that everybody wants to reach out and wants to get us pumped and doing fun things, and it's hard. It's hard to want to do fun things right now. The 21st of every month, we have come out of our checking account to sunset for the grave marker for our girls. Like, that's a hard reminder every single month. Like, that's difficult. So it's the little things that make it hard to be positive and want to do the positive, fun things. Some of the best things that people have done over the past few weeks is just like, hey, how are you guys doing? Not like ignore the situation, but like, hey, how are you guys doing? Because sometimes I just need to spew it, I just need to talk it out. And I know Nathan and I did that quite a bit today. We're actually doing quite a big project in our house right now. And it's been probably the best thing for us because it forces us to be in the same room together for a long period of time, and we don't have the TV hooked up, so it forces us to talk, and it's really, really good. And it's, a project that the two of us want to do because it just gives us a little bit of ownership on our house. And one of the reasons that we bought this house was to raise a family in. You know, we knew that we were pregnant with our daddy. And we bought this house knowing that we had enough bedrooms to have a family. So now it's a very empty home with lots of projects to do and that much. So I don't love anybody any less than I did, you know, a year ago, but it's just, this is not going to be something that, you know, you can snap out of. One of the coolest things that happened today was one of my closest friends, Meredith, her Aunt Allison, sent me a link to a children's book. You can see it on my Facebook timeline. And I said, like, I'm on Amazon right now buying this book because this is something that gives a little bit of hope. So we don't know what the future is going to hold. Right now we have a plan so that if anything does happen in the future, we're going to exhaust all options because, you know, this is what we feel that we were born to do, is to have a family. And I think that we're pretty good dog parents right now. What do you think, Charlotte? So, sorry, I just needed to spew. I needed to vent. And I think that, you know, people need to hear that it's okay to talk to us. Just know that you might get this. So, it's scary. You know, it's scary to get that response instead of just the old happy-go-lucky, smiley, nothing's wrong Kristen. It's hard. It's very difficult. And it'll take time. And we don't know what that time's going to look like. It's not going to be a week, but it could be months. It could be a year. It could be years, plural, to kind of get back to a sense of normalcy. So, Nathan just got home from Home Depot with more paint. So we're going to go downstairs and check that out.